All right, mathematicians, we are going to review for our Topic B quiz. This is for the Eureka Squared Module 5 quiz, okay? So I'll go ahead and do it here on my screen. Go ahead and use the worksheet in front of you to follow along and take notes, okay? All right, so question 1, it says, match each tape diagram with the fraction that represents its shaded part. So they've already shaded these for me. All I have to do is now match the fraction here, okay? As you can see, these are all equal because each hole is the same length, okay? All right, so first I want to see what my numerator is going to be. Now my numerator is the number at the top, and that represents the parts that are shaded. So this first one, I have 1, 2 shaded, and then I need my denominator. That's my number at the bottom, and that tells me my total parts. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be 2/4. So I'm going to look down for 2/4. I see it here, and then I'm just going to draw a line to connect them. Okay? All right, let's find our numerator for the next one again. 1, 2, 3. And then my denominator is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3/5. And I can see it's this first one right here, okay? All right, so the next two, it says 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So that's 4, 6. I connect, and there's one last answer left. So that'll be 6/7, but I just want to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7. That is correct. Make sure you're following along in your review page as well. Okay, so now I am on page 2, question 2. So make sure you're on question 2. And it says here, shade the first fractional unit in each tape diagram. So I need to shade the first fractional unit in each of these, okay? Then use the tape diagrams to decide whether each statement is true or false. Each tape diagram represents one hole. So it looks like I have to do 2 steps. First, it wants me to shade the first fractional unit. So I'm not just going to pick any random ones at the end or at the middle. It says the first one. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to shade this first one, and then I'm going to shade this first one, shade this first one, and I'm going to shade this first one. And since you're using it with your hand and your pencil, yours probably look a lot better than mine, okay? All right, so we've done the first part. We've shaded the first fractional unit. I'm going to put a little check there so I know I did that. Then it says, then use the tape diagrams to decide whether each statement is true or false. So I'm going to look at these statements, and I'm just going to circle if it's true or false, okay? So it says 1/8 is less than 1/3. So let me just find my 1/8. It's right here. 1/8 is this one right here. So we're looking at the part that we shaded, right? Is this part here less than 1/3? So we're looking at just the parts that we shaded because the holes are all the same. So that's not going to be different. But is this piece is this first piece 1/8 less than 1/3? Well, yes, that's true. I agree. So I'm going to circle that. All right. The next one says 1/6. So let's find the 1/6. I changed my color so we can see the difference here. So 1/6. I need to know if this part here is this greater than 1/2. So we're comparing it with this one right here. Is that true or false? Well, just by looking at it, I can see that this is so much smaller, so I know that's not true. So that is false. So I'm going to circle false, okay? So use the fractional units that you have here to compare them. just ask yourself, is this piece bigger than that piece? Or if it's asking for greater than. Or 1/8 here, it was saying less than. Is this piece smaller than that piece? Well, yes, it is. So I knew that was true. Okay, now I'm on the back side of your practice worksheet. And it says, John eats 3/5 of a cracker. Okay, so this is his cracker. This is the whole cracker. But it says that he only ate 3/5 of it. Partition and shade. So there's two things that we need to do. We need to partition and shade the rectangle to show how much of the cracker John eats. Okay, so I'm going to look at my 3/5. I know that this 5 is my denominator. So that tells me how many parts I need. So I need to break this cracker into 5 equal parts. And we're going to try our best to make this as equal as possible. Of course, since we're doing this by hand, it's not going to be exactly, but we want to try our best, right? So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. I've already partitioned, so I finished that. But I don't want to forget not to shade. Okay, so make sure you shade so you get all your points there. Don't forget to shade. Now, how many pieces am I shading? Well, my numerator says I need to shade 3 pieces. So there's 2 pieces, and my last piece to shade is 3. So I have shaded 3/5 of the cracker to represent how much John has already eaten of his cracker. All right, now I'm on question 4. It says, Alan wants to show Annie that 1/2 is greater than 1/3. Now, we already know that 1/2 is greater than 1/3 because my denominator, 2, is a smaller number than my denominator, 3. If I am sharing chocolate with 2 people, each piece is going to be bigger than if I break that up for 3 people, right? The more people I have to share with, the less I am going to get. The smaller the piece I'm going to get, correct? Now here it's saying 1/2 is greater than 1/3. That's true. We already know that that's true. But Alan wants to pick one of these images to show and to prove that to Annie. Okay, so there are 3 of these that do not work for many reasons, and we're going to talk about that. If you look at A, there are 2 here, right? So for this 1/2, and they shaded 1/2. But what is wrong with the one that has 3 parts? Well, I know that this is not the correct way to show that comparison because each part is not the same. So I know this is not correct. Now, B, even though they partitioned each hole equally, the holes aren't equal. We can't compare 2 holes that are not the same size. These should be, if these circles were the exact same size, then I could use them. But because they're not, this would not be a correct way to show. Okay? Now C, again, it's very similar to this B. There are 3 equal parts for the 1/3, and there are 2 equal parts for the 1/2, but the holes are not the same size, so you cannot compare those. Now, obviously, this is going to be my correct answer. I already know that, but I need to be able to explain that. So these 2 holes, so this rectangle is the exact same size as this rectangle. So the holes are equal. The partitions are done correctly, and they've only shaded 1 of each, so I can tell that this 1/2 is bigger than this 1/3. So yes, this would be the correct answer. Okay, so this would be the one that you want. Okay, now I'm on question 5. It says Jane wants to compare 3/5 and 3/8. Okay? Shade the tape diagrams to represent the given fraction. So this first one, 3/5, it wants me to shade 3 out of these 5, okay? So there's 5 total. I only want to shade 3 of them. So that's what I'm going to do. First, I want to just outline my 3 so I know which ones I'm going to shade, and then I'm going to shade right inside. So there are my 3/5. I'm going to put a little check there because I've already done that. Now I have to do my 3/8. Again, I'm going to put a little rectangle around 3 of them. And then I'm just going to shade inside so I know that's done. Now I can quickly just see them, right? And see which one would be bigger, which one's smaller. Part B says, fill in the blank to make the statement true. It says 3/5 is blank, then 3/8, okay? So 3/5 is this one here, 3/5. Is this that you shaded in greater than or less than this one that you shaded in down here? Well, just by looking at it, I know that my 3/5 is bigger. So this is greater than. Greater than. So it should say 3/5 is greater than 3/8. This 3/5 is greater than this 3/8. Okay? Now, question 6 says, Eric eats 1/3 of a small brownie. Okay, so he has a small brownie. He breaks it up into 3 parts, but he only eats one of those 3 parts, okay? And you know what? To help me out, I'm probably just going to draw it, okay? So Eric's is a small brownie, it says. So I'm just going to kind of draw it here. Here's Eric's small brownie, right? And it said that he cut it into thirds, and he only ate 1 piece. So that's the piece that he ate. That's Eric's. And I'm going to put an E here just so I can remember. Okay. Maggie gets one too. So I'll put an M in there for Maggie. Maggie eats 1/3 of a large brownie. So they don't have the same size brownies. So here's Maggie's. Okay. There's Maggie's brownie. She also cut it into 1/3. And she also ate 1 piece, okay? Maggie says that she and Eric ate the same amount of brownie. Is Maggie correct? Well, can we compare 2 brownies that are not the same size? Because it says that Eric had a small brownie and Maggie had a large brownie. So is it possible for us to compare 2 things that are not equal, that are not the same size? No, we cannot do that. So Maggie in this case is incorrect. She is incorrect, okay? She's not right. She wouldn't be right in saying that they ate the same amount of brownie. Maggie is incorrect because the 2 whole brownies, let's see if we can fix this. The 2 whole brownies are not equal sizes, right? We can't compare 2 things that are not the equal size. So I could compare 2 brownies that were the same size and say, oh, this person had more, this person had less, or they had the same amount. But in this case, because the 2 brownies are different sizes, we cannot compare them. All right? All right, well, I hope this review was useful. Go ahead and take your time to review your notes. I'm sure you're going to do great. Just try your best. And as always, thank you for learning with Mrs. Thomas. See you next time.